welcome to 2021's Group 4 SSE, also known as Balvikas. So before we go on to the details of Group 4, what is Group 4 class is all about, we'll play a short video to promote what is Group 4 is all about. Okay, and from then we'll move forward. Right, so Lishan Anand, you can play the video.
Okay, playing in 3, 2, 1.
Ram, hola, namaste, ni hao.
Are you aged somewhere between 15 to 70 years young?
Entering those crucial years of your teenage life.
Finding it challenging to get the right balance between being free, youthful, and being connected to Swami at the same time?
We have the perfect solution for you.
Group 4 SSE classes.
We have many interesting and trendy topics to be covered in our syllabus, such as
Self-worth,
Equality,
Responsibility.
sincerity,
Festivals such as Sivaratri, Easter Sunday, and many more.
Not forgetting all the fun-filled activities such as
Games,
Quizzes and puzzles.
Group projects.
sharing of experience sessions,
role plays, and many more.
Have you enrolled with the Group 4 Balvikas at Bandar Klang? If you haven't, it's time for you to explore with an open mind, express with an open heart, and experience with an open arms. We are very enthusiastic about having you with us to have an extraordinary meal with you.
not only the Group 4 classes will definitely make your day, but it will also help to prepare you to be a better version of yourself in the future. So what are you waiting for? Join the SSE Group 4 class today and we will be seeing you very soon.
See you then in 2021
We really look forward
to having you,
in our class.
and let's have
Lots of fun together.
through Balvikas.
Saira.
Saira.
Sairam. Sairam.
Sairam,
Sairam.
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 Saira.
Okay, Sai Ram, and good evening all parents. Thank you so much for joining today's session, our overall session. And now for your information, all of you are in a breakout call for Group 4. Okay, I hope you're all in the right call by now. So we will start. I would like to thank you once again, for enrolling, or for most of you re-enrolling your kids into the Group 4 Balvikas classes. I would like to, to give a short testimonial for myself, like what Anjulaka said earlier in the main call as well. I'm a product of Balvikas, and most of the gurus here are also products of Balvikas, and I truly believe in the program, and I believe that the person who I am today, the confidence that I have, the good stuff that I've done at work, what I do for my family, everything that's positive about me, I feel, is because of Balvikas and the values they've inputted in me. And so really happy and thankful that all of your kids are going to join us for this year. We have really exciting plans. So without further ado, I'll just move forward to introducing the gurus for this year. So as you can see, the gurus for this year are Brother Satya, Sister Anushka. Sister Anushka is new. We also have Brother Harvin, Brother Chandra, Brother Jeevan, Brother Vijay, Brother Mohan Ram, Sister Chandini, Brother Sachi, and myself. Okay, so we will be the gurus for this year, and we are very excited for all the kids to join us. And there's going to be great programs and activities up ahead. Without further ado, I'd like to pass the session over to Brother Satya, who will take over. Thank you.
Salam everyone. Just want to introduce myself. I'm Satyananda. As we all know that we are doing virtual and online Google online Zoom classes. I believe up till the pandemic ends. So there are certain guidelines on how we actually can run the classes more smoothly. So number one, we are looking at timing. Class starts at about 10 o'clock. So we are looking at 9:40 or 9:45 morning. We join the Zoom call and participate in the Zoom call. And at 10 o'clock, the admin will put you, or the host will put you into the class already. Okay. Then the attire, just like how all the gurus and we are wearing today, we one white and white attire for the girls, Punjabi suit, white color, and the guys wear white color jippa, boys. Okay. Next, how we actually want to ensure is we want the video and the audio to be clear. So this is the problem. So once we are doing everything Zoom and online, we'll have certain technical issues. So only on the video when necessary, and most of the time we will keep it on mute, and even the host or the co-host will be able to do that. So we'll handle that. In case there's any technical issues or there is any problems, always in every class we will have gurus who will be handling all the technical issues, or you all can always put up in the WhatsApp group. We have the WhatsApp group for the parents, right? You can put up there. The last one is the Google Classroom. So we'll be conducting assignments, so say for instance, every class finishes will have assignments will be uploaded through Google Classroom. We will be explaining this further a bit later, because there's a Google Classroom code will be given to all the students who will be joining. So with this one, once we have started the class, then we will be giving this class code. Okay. Any questions, we will be more than happy to assist every parent. Please also write in the chat box if there's any questions. We will be happy to reply. Sairam, and thank you.
Thank you, Satyana, for the brief guide on the class guidelines. So we expect for all the teams to actually follow through these guidelines, because even if you're doing this virtually, we still expect discipline when it comes to these classes, this group of classes. Okay. So now we will look into what exactly does group 4 class, what do we exactly do in group 4 class? Okay, so as shared earlier by Anjulaka, our classes are basically based on these 4 themes: Swami Day, Value Day, Go Green Day, and Interfaith Day. So in 1 month, we'll have each one of these days. If there are three classes, we'll have Swami Day, Value Day, and Interfaith Day. And if there are 4 classes in that 1 month, we'll have the Go Green Day as well also. So this is to ensure that we cover all these topics that is related to Swami and his life stories, his experiences. And when it comes to Value Day, we share certain values that is relevant for the teens, the children, in which is useful for their daily life. For example, in terms of responsibility or friendship, any of these values that are that is relevant for them to be able to use in their daily life. And of course, Go Green Day is basically to educate and to share our thoughts and also some facts, and also what we can do to help make the earth a greener place and a much better place to live in. And finally, we have the Interfaith Day. Interfaith Day is where we learn about not only Hindu, but also all the other religions such as Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Zoroaster, and many, many more. We learn about their festivals, the gurus in each of that religion, their culture, so that because we are not only focusing on building a character for teens who are good, but also to respect all the other religions and cultures that are out in this world. Okay, so group 4 classes are mainly focusing on learning through life experiences of others, maybe through Swami's stories or Swami students' experiences, or even some of the gurus who have their own experience whom they can share for the teens, which they might find useful in that they can apply in their daily life. And also how they can implement all the teachings and techniques that Swami has taught us in whatever that we do in our life to be a better person, and to be a better person to a society, to the family, and overall to be a better human being. And also another thing that Group 4 Class focuses on is also to develop and foster their hidden talents or skills. So sometimes you see that your child may have certain talents, but it has not been shown out to anyone or anywhere. And especially during this pandemic, there's little opportunity for them to showcase their talents. So we would like to provide a platform for your teens to actually showcase their talents. For example, if they're good in singing, there will be activities to help bring out these talents in them. if they're good at any other skills, for example, like storytelling or video making, there's so much more. And the group 4 class is basically focusing on bringing out this talent so that we are able to recognize that our teens are actually, in fact, multi-talented, and for them to also realize that they can do so much more with what they have. All right. So that is what group 4 classes is all about. Of course, we have lots of activities, lots of games, and there's so much of things that are planned out. So if you go into the next slide, Anand. Okay, yeah. So we have quite some activities planned for this year, because so far we are predicting that it's going to be a full virtual class for 2021. So we are planning to have a virtual camp somewhere in the mid of this year, a group for virtual camp. Details will be given as the time goes on. And we are introducing something that is new for this year, which is called virtual hangout. So for virtual hangout, basically it's where the gurus and teens come together and we actually do some more like a meet and greet session to just have some fun with each other, okay, between the gurus and the teens. Of course, the gurus will prepare some games. So it's basically like quite a fun session, which will be having 3 months once. So there are certain requirements that are needed to join the virtual hangout, which will be shared in a while by Brother Sachi. Okay, but this is just to inform that there is this thing called virtual hangout. Also, we are having the e-Omkar at state level. So e-Omkar is basically another program that is held by the state level committee for all the group 4 teens and also the young adults. So if your teen is interested to join in these e-Omkar sessions, further details will be given, and it's encouraged for all the teens to actually join the e-Omkar session as well. All right. So introducing next is something that is quite new for this year as well also. So for that, I would like to call Brother Sachi.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Jeevan. As Jeevan mentioned earlier, my name is Brother Sachi. I think Jeevan touched on this. We are trying to implement this new reward system for Group 4. So there are two categories that we will be rewarding. The first one is attendance. So if your child, if the Balvikas student attends one class, they will be given 1,000 points. If they attended all the class in the 3 months, they'll be given 500 points. And if they have a full attendance for the year, they'll be rewarded 1,500 points. So for the next category that we will be rewarding is participation, because we have noticed from last year that at first the participation was very good, and then slowly we can see that only the regular ones are starting to join. So this year we're trying to implement a reward system for participation as well. So completing the challenge of the week, this is something new that we started to implement last year. Every week the student will be given a challenge of the week. Challenge of the week is a simple activity they have to complete for the week and upload it to the Google Classroom. If they complete this challenge, they will be given 500 points. And the next rewards is for the participation of state and national level activities. These are activities such as e-Omkar, as Jeevan mentioned earlier. And the last reward that we will be giving out is for the articles that will be submitted to the Awakening. I think last year there was a few submissions from Group 4. So really, I want to thank all the parents for encouraging your teens to participate in this Awakening magazine. For more information, you can always contact Brother Harvin or Brother Vijay. Both of them are Group 4 gurus. Okay, so once we have collected all these points, right, what can we unlock from the points? So, so the rewards basically allow you to redeem certain activities that will be organized throughout the year. The first is, if the students have 5,000 points, they will be eligible to join the first virtual hangout. And subsequently, for 10,000 points, they'll be allowed to join hangout number 2. And 15,000 points, they'll be allowed to join hangout number 3. And for the same amount of points, they'll be also allowed to join the Group 4 eCamp. And lastly, for 30,000 points, the teams will be receiving free Group 4 t-shirts and mugs. Also keep in mind that these points are subject to change because this is something new that we are trying to implement. And we are still working on it. I hope that to see the participation of the students increase a lot. With that, I think that's it from me. I would like to pass it to Jeevan.
Okay, thank you, Sachi. So just to be clear, it may look like the points are quite a lot that you have to collect, but if we actually did the calculation, and when we did the calculation, it's actually fairly easy to reach these points where you can redeem these points all. So this is basically like to encourage for all the teens to join in the activities that we have. We promise you that it is fun, it is beneficial for you. It will help also in the sense that it will help in how you move forward with your life, some life skills that we teach you also. So we like to see more participation from the teens in this sense. All right. So that brings us to a close on some brief details, the important details of Group 4 class. So I think we are running a bit late on time. Maybe we'll have one or two questions from the parents. If you have any further questions, please, you can type the questions in the chat room. Even if your questions are not answered during this call, we'll collect all these questions so that we'll be answering it in a FAQ based form, so that all your questions will be answered. All right. So is there any question, any doubts from the parent side? If they want to know certain thing, you can ask now. We will help in explaining more on these things. Is everyone clear with what has been shared with you so far?
Sairam, Jeevan.
Yes, Sairam.
Sorry to interrupt, but then I would like to inquire. In the first session about the attire, it was mentioned that the boys have to wear jippa. I just would like to clarify whether it's a jippa or a white T-shirt and a white long pants are allowed for the Balvikas.
Okay, yeah, so it can be preferably jippa, but you can wear the white T-shirt also, just like our face-to-face class. Like we prefer for, if not white jippa, we have at least the white shirt that they wear.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Anand, for that question. Yeah, so to clarify, the boys, if you don't have the jippa, you can wear the white shirt, which I think most of us should have, since we believe that most of you have joined for the class before. Or if you don't have even a white shirt, you can use a white plain T-shirt also. Okay. So is there any other question? I hope all are okay with the guidelines. The guidelines are fairly simple. It's just very straightforward as well. And the reward system also, it is, we hope that it is simple to follow. We will share all this in future classes so that the teens and the parents on your side, you'll know what's going on. Okay. So is there any question from the parents would you like to answer, would like us to answer? Okay, all good.
I would like to another question, another inquiry also.
Yes, Anna.
If possible, about the attendance. Of course, you see, when our kids already become a teenager, we do not micromanage them. We just have just oversee on them lah. So just in a sense of attendance, all maybe the gurus can also update in the WhatsApp groups so that we are aware of what's happening and all these things lah. So in case our children are not attending, and then we are aware of it lah. In case lah, just in case, I'm sure the parents should be aware of, but just in case lah, depending on them, and in case it went off or something like that due to technical issues or something like that.
Okay, I will definitely do that, because we also intend to share these points all probably at the end of the month. We have not decided yet, but we do intend to share all this information with the parents also, so that everyone has an understanding of where the teens are standing in that reward system. It's not supposed to be competitive, because all these points are basically just to ensure that it's encouraging them to join for all these things lah. So, but that's a good suggestion, Anna. We'll definitely take into that. Okay, thank you, Aida Shana. Okay, so if there's any other question, you can put in a chat box, or you can message any one of the gurus also, because I think now we have to break out into, some parents have to break out into their other slots as well. It's already 5:30. So if there are any further questions, please do message any one of the gurus. You can contact me, or you can contact any one of the gurus also. We'll definitely collect all these questions so that we'll be able to answer it in the coming few days. Okay. So thank you all for joining. Hope to see all of you for the upcoming classes. We have many activities, many fun activities that we have prepared. So hope to see all of you soon. Thank you and Sairam from all the gurus of Group 4. We'll be seeing you next week. Okay, please do join next week.